Perfect. Yo, what's up guys? I'm Alex, this is Dust and Fumes. It's a channel that shares everything and anything behind the scenes that's surfboard related when it comes to board building and surf culture. If you know me, then you know how passionate I am about sharing everything behind the scenes that's surfboard related. Now, most everyone know of the main players and shapers when it comes to surfboard brands, but there are a bunch of men and women behind the scenes that play a huge role in getting the board from concept out the door and in the water. For every 50 shapers, there's about 5 glassers. That's a ratio of 10 to 1. The amount of shapers outnumber the amount of glassers. The reason that most people prefer shaping over glassing, including the sanding stage, is glassing is a lot messier and it takes a lot longer. So in the surfboard industry, they say all the shapers get all the credit. So I'm working on these videos to showcase all the hard work that goes unnoticed and highlight all these amazing people and share their stories and efforts with you guys. So if you're a board builder or you know someone who has a story to tell, which everyone has an interesting story to tell, I'd love to connect with them, showcase their talent, share their story. So in this video, which I'm editing right here, is Josh Murray. He's a super rad, big-hearted dude. Amazing resin colorist, but after this video, he doesn't want to do color anymore. So he does mainly clear. His reason for wanting to do clear and not color is because it takes up way more time, which is true. So when I get emails, someone asking, hey Alex, I shaped a board, but I want to glass it clear, who do you recommend? And my answer immediately always is, if that shape was shaped by me and it was mine, I recommend Josh Murray. That's who I would have glass my clear boards, even my color boards. Laminating a color board is just as hard as laminating a clear board. To make a clear board really perfect and nice takes just as much focus, dedication, and work as you would on a color board. They're evenly hard. They're hard in their own different ways. They're both difficult. Please leave a comment and tell Josh how dope his color work is, and then maybe we can persuade Josh to go do color resin again. Other than that, thank you for supporting these hard-working board builders by watching this video. A lot of them don't get the appreciation that they deserve. So follow, subscribe, and share, and let's work together to make board building secrets not a secret anymore. Mahalo, guys. Shoots.
My name is Josh Murray. I am from Merritt Island, Florida, and I build boards in Waialua now. Where I grew up was Merritt Island, Florida, and there's sections of Merritt Island, and I was in South Merritt Island, which is kind of country style. All the houses had land attached, and there's rivers or bays surrounding us. Pretty much grew up a redneck lifestyle. Yeah, small house, very similar to like any of the houses back here, the Puiki houses, or any of like the ranch, the old like sugar mill houses around here. And just country, we had land to roam around on. I got a dirt bike when I was 9 and could ride around in my backyard, stuff like that. And everything was almost surrounded by water, so there was boating and fishing and surfing my whole childhood. Yeah, Florida gets a bad rap, but it's a pretty cool place. My mom was, from what she says, surfed with me in the womb. And so my mom was kind of like the hippie, free spirit type person. My dad, he joined the military. After he got out of the military, he started working in the post office and eventually became the postmaster. But my mom was always sort of to where she could balance getting us, I had 2 brothers, 2 older brothers, getting us to school and then, you know, like surfing with us after, or surfing with me after work and after school. I mean, I think I was surfing, whether it was on a boogie board with fins from like age 3 or 4, somewhere in that range. But like, that was just back in those days, it was just like, hey, every weekend we just go and spend every day at the beach. And so I was surfing, but not like surfing to surf. It was just like, hey, I'm in the water, let's get on this board and see what happens. Oh no, you know what? I progressed like maybe at age 6 or something, 7, to my brother's hand-me-down natural art, one of those old retro airbrush boards. It's all coming back right now. And yeah, glass on fins. And so I was surfing that and just kooking it up. And I forget what happened, but the board flipped and it stabbed me right in the leg, all the way to the bone. So, man, I think I was 6 to 8, somewhere in that range. And that was like a fiberglass board, glass on fins. I had to get rushed to the hospital, get stitched up, and after that, I went to a soft top board for a little bit. I was scared. So I think I surfed for the next couple years on like before like wave storms, there was BZ, which I think they used to make boogie boards. So it was a BZ soft top. It was like a 6'3" or 6'6" or something, but it had plastic fins. So I was comfortable surfing on that thing. And surfed that for a bit, and then I, maybe 12 or 13, got back on like a normal fiberglass shortboard. But in that whole range, I was real big into baseball. Like I got super good at baseball, was playing AAU, traveling, and probably should have done something with it, like career-wise, but just once I hit teenage years, it was just like, I just want to skateboard and surf. So quit baseball at that time. I got back into surfing and got a proper board at that point.
Skating is like kind of like the gateway drug to surfing.
Pretty much. And yeah, I mean, skating was always there, but whenever there was waves, it's like, as soon as I thought I was a skater, summer would come or hurricane swell would show up, and then I'm like, fuck that, I'm a surfer. Or in the winter, we get the winter swells, and nothing special, but it would always put me in check. Like, I would keep going down the skateboarding path, and then as soon as the surf came up, I'm like, no way more passionate about surfing. I think when I was at like 14, somewhere in that range, I think I got my first brand new surfboard. No, it was even before that. I just, whatever surfboard I had, I would look at it and just be like, how is this made? You know, like just having no clue what any of the steps were, no clue what the foam was, what the airbrush was, or what fiberglass was. I just look at them like, how like, what the hell is this? And then, so just having that curiosity over the next couple years, I think it was like, just I'd get a ding or something, and then I'd go to Fiberglass Florida and get materials, and starting to fix dings kind of open up my eyes to like the construction of it all, you know? Like what the foam was and how the fiberglass bond and all the materials that went into it. Yeah, I think just a general curiosity of it. Small dings led me to like get a little experience with just fiberglass and resin. And then I had a broken board, a long board that me and a friend reshaped. And I think that's what really got us into it. So we had this crappy old longboard that broke. We reshaped it into the worst abortion ever. And went to Fiberglass Florida, got so-and-so feet of fiberglass and resin. And yeah, so me and my friend, we laid out cloth, cut it, poured resin all over it. And it was a disaster. There were strands falling everywhere, but it was fun as shit, you know? And I think there's probably still resin ring around in the carport where we did it, because you don't think about that stuff. And then so we glassed the deck, hot coated it. No wax in the hot coat, because I didn't know about that yet. And then when we went on, it was a twin. It was I guess it was equivalent to like a mini Simmons, you know, without even making without trying to make a mini Simmons.
Why is surfboard building so important to you?
I don't know. I think for me, it. I mean, I love it. First of all, I don't know. It comes down to like a caveman thing, but I get to see the end result of something I'm working on, and it's awesome. Like, it's no matter how hard you work or how down you get with work, or we all go through phases where like we need a break or screw this, and I'm tired of surfboards. And the end of it, it's something that I built with my hands, and I see the finished result, and it's beautiful. I don't know. I love it. I mean, I can only just compare it to what my other life could be, of just sitting behind a desk, pushing paper, and not seeing the actual result of the work you're doing. And you know, that's where a lot of stress comes from for people, is work, and not having that like climax moment, or just the result of what you're working at. It's like, what the fuck are we doing this for? It's work. Why? What's the end result? But with surfboards, you get that. It satisfies that caveman thing we have in the back of our head of just like, I built fire, success. But I don't know, other than just, I mean, that's the basics of it, but just knowing that the customer's getting something that you put some time and love into, and truly not trying to pass on a piece of shit to the customer, and just knowing that when they get it, they're getting a good product. Because there's a lot of hidden tricks we could do and people do. But yeah, just, I don't know. Now it's almost getting into a separate stage of seeing, like, training Rob and having Jake up there. That's, I've never had employees in my life, you know, and now I have this thing that's given other people a potential career or a learning vessel, and it's kind of cool, you know, like that's a whole different side of this that I've never even thought of. And now that it's here, I'm like, shit, man, these guys are like getting knowledge from this shop, and they'll do what they want with it, and it's just cool to pass something on. But
it took you how long to notice that?
Huh?
It took you how long to realize that? 20 years?
To what? Passing on the knowledge? Well, you know, we grew up in this before Instagram, so we held things pretty close.
What's your favorite stage of board building?
I don't know, it changes. When I glass for too long, I get sick of glassing and I want to sand, and then I sand and I say, oh shit, I want to glass some more through sanding, and then I want to do fins for a week. And so they're all equally important. I think, I mean, for the customer, the end product, I like the glassing and the sanding side the most, just because that's what you see, the customer sees, and that's, you can see the good and the bad there. So sand job's perfect, the lamb is perfect. I can only do what I can do. So I don't know.
Something you learned from owning your own brand.
Own glass shop. Just, I mean, it's just work. It's constant work, and you have to balance it. The first year, I was working probably 6.5 to 7 days a week, and yeah, you just got to balance family life different. It doesn't stop, and you got to learn that it doesn't stop. So no matter, even when I was trying to come in 7 days a week just to keep things going, it still didn't stop. So at some point, it's just, it's like a living thing. You gotta just, to keep yourself and family life happy, you gotta just say 5 days or 7 days, it's all the same in the end, you know? So, which is a great thing, great problem. Yeah, so having my own glass shop, it's just more than I expected, I guess. Bit off more than I can chew, and at first, and tried to chew it all, and just, there's sacrifices somewhere, whether it's a kid you didn't get to have dinner with, or a wife that's mad at you for working too late, or on a Sunday or whatever, or just not surfing because you came to work. Just a lot of little shit like that. Just the balance. But I mean, the stoke is there, the work and the boards, it's not any less fun. We get burnt out on some things, but it's there, it's still fun, it's still, for a job, it's awesome. But yeah, having your own shop, it just came down to the timing game and making everybody happy. That's the hardest part, making everybody happy. Making your customers, your wife, your kids. Like, oh, it's the biggest enemy out there is me right now.
Who is a shaper or glasser currently on Instagram that you appreciate their work and why?
Super Wolf and Madhouse, just for the obvious reasons. They're kind of pushing the boundaries of what you can do with resin and make it stick and how it sticks instead of getting all muddy and all that stuff. I don't know, I guess anybody that's sort of just doing it.
This shit's hard.
Yeah. Personal tip I can give an aspiring glasser would be, when it comes to sanding resin is your friend. Don't learn the hard way. No, let's see. I I don't know. Personal tip for a glasser, aspiring glasser: take care of your body. I guess I could give all the tips in the world on keeping things clean, cut your laps perfect to make grinding easy, and all the prep work in the world, but look around at all the glassers you're learning from. We all have back or hip or feet issues. Take care of your body first. Good shoes. Get yourself some Hokas.
You like them? I've been
Yeah,
looking at them.
they're good. It's too little too late though, but they're extending my glassing life. But yeah, just focus on when you're glassing, you're putting yourself in different positions. You're bending and leaning, and whether you're lifting the board to get under or you're leaning down to tuck laps, that takes its toll over the years. And then if you go surfing afterwards, it's just a lot of extra effort on your neck and your back. So when you're working, make a conscious effort to focus on your posture. It's too late for me, but yeah, take care of your body. That's not even I don't even want to go down the talk of fumes and all that stuff, but just body health. You know, I'm behind the scenes, but you know what? A simple request for the surf community is ask your shaper who glasses their board. You guys all know about your shapers, learn about your glassers. Whether it's me or the next guy, it doesn't matter. Learn who's touching your board. Get a little bit more intimate knowledge on that stuff, and request who glass your board if you have a preference. Yeah,